Have you been wondering why men don't approach you and don't say hi anymore?
I recognize men do not like to be friend zoned.
Men are 1000% less likely to approach you when you're looking like a 10 versus when you're looking like Adam Sandler.
Ladies, if he's not pursuing you, that's all you need to know.
The best thing that's happened to men is realizing approaching today is a waste of time.
Girls always wonder where the nice guys are at. Well, honestly, they're right in front of you, and you know it.
Why do pretty girls sometimes never get approached by guys?
If men are not approaching you, it comes down to two things. One, you're not in your core feminine energy, which is open.
Save yourself the headache. Modern women themselves don't even know what they want. Kindly subscribe to the channel, as it is our sole form of support. Thank you.
The thing about good men that a lot of women don't realize is that they are oftentimes overthinkers, because the man that overthinks is also the man that overloves. It is why you don't want to play games with this type of man, because if you do, you will lose your chance with him.
I don't understand why men don't approach me at the park because I'm so cute. Like, you're telling me you wouldn't come up to this? Maybe I wouldn't either. Actually, I'm gonna read Twilight now.
So I feel like society paints this picture that women are into guys that are into cars and fantasy football. But where are the guys out there that are into gaming and play D&D and binge watch anime or Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or collect action figures or Funko Pops or build Legos? Where are those guys at? Let me know.
Most have been passed up to often in the past and are now taken or dead, or have just given up on love. Tired of getting played? I don't believe anything you say. I feel like we are either at home doing our hobbies or working, or out with friends. I would say I have the same issue finding girls with those hobbies. We exist. You just don't give us the time of day. I'm right here, single for 10 years, because there are a lot more of us than there are people who are into us. Those guys are out there, probably in the friend zone somewhere, because of the hobbies that they enjoy. When women are asking for these types of men, they need to be careful. The guys who have these kinds of hobbies are the type of guys that women take advantage of the most. Be careful with the dating scene today.
Leave women alone. Stop telling us what to do with our hair. Stop telling us what to do with our bodies. Stop telling us how to dress. Leave us alone.
Nobody wants you here. Nobody!
Can somebody tell me why when a guy goes through a breakup, the first thing he does is download Tinder?
If men can't approach you in public, then where would they approach you? The answer to this question might be a lot simpler than it seems, but the answer is never. My life would be a lot less stressful if random men would not approach me in public and ask for my number.
You know what I want to talk about?
I've been told that they're creepy for speaking to a woman in public. They don't want to be accused. They don't want to be blamed of harassing a woman.
And that right there is the main reason why men don't approach. In this next clip, you will see a woman that screamed help when a man approached her and tried to get her number.
Yeah. Right? Hey, I'm Jonas. Nice to meet you.
Oh my god.
Goddamn.
What do you want?
Nah, I just thought she was really pretty and I wanted...
No.
I was trying to get your number.
I don't think she wanted...
You sure?
I'm positive. Help. Yo, can someone help?
Whoa,
immediately?
We'll leave you alone.
Oh.
Yo.
Oh, wow. Oh.
I'm sorry, but like, nah.
I don't really see the need to call for help here. The guy was very respectful and all he did was ask for her number. This is honestly disgusting behavior. She could have simply turned the man down and gone about her day. But instead, she tried to make a scene out of nothing.
To know, single men, why you don't pursue anymore? What's up?
That is a great question, and in my experience, I learned really fast in the dating world that if I pursued a woman, they lost interest for whatever reason. And I discovered that if I just became a little bit more hard to get and more into myself, that I had more success with women. So to answer your question, why men don't pursue women anymore, it's because we just got in contact with a lot of bad women who taught us that's the way to be successful. And we forgot there's a small minority of good women like yourself who like the traditional pursuit, but we don't encounter enough of you. You're like the 10% of the 100 out there. So that is why men don't pursue anymore, because we know 9 times out of 10, they'll lose interest.
Some of them will even say, oh, I'm used to girls walking up to me.
Insane. But
What happened to
not
your
insane.
What happened to your natural instinct? Is that gone now? Are men just choosing not to walk up to women? Is that a thing?
Kind of a thing. Fear is real. Mental health is real. The anxiety of trying to approach someone is real.
The women these days are just rude and disrespectful, so I'm not surprised that a lot of men can't be bothered. Women caused this, so they are paying the price now. Nothing to do with fear and mental health. Women have made themselves too cheap and available nowadays. You wanted this. Women spent years telling men not to approach, to not be creepy. Now you're upset we don't engage? Haha, definitely not worth it anymore. I don't think anyone should approach just like that. Some things just happen naturally. Walking up to a lady was never our natural instinct. Those stuff are past and gone. The natural instinct is there, and it will always be. But they are choosing not to walk to women, because honestly, it's a lot more safer that way. The courage have died once they've seen many men have been bashed on social media for saying hello. It's honestly quite a disaster out there for the men seeking love. If women want a man, they're gonna have to put in the work.
Okay, PSA to all men. Just because a girl is wearing a low-cut shirt or a tight top or a fitted outfit doesn't give you permission to just stare at their chest. It makes us so uncomfortable, and if you guys could please stop doing it, it would be amazing. Men will always be like, oh, we don't like being called creeps, or we're so scared to be called creeps, but then you guys make it so difficult for the female species to exist or even wear anything.
I have come to the conclusion that this woman is insane. Every single one of her videos are her jiggling and showing her chest. Why is she even posting this video anyway, if she feels uncomfortable? Oh yeah, I forgot. It's okay for men to stare as long as she posts it on social media so she can get some views off of it.
There is a video going around of a woman describing her experience of being alone with her son when a strange man starts to approach her, which she yells, "Do not approach me, get away from me," and the man gets offended before going away. And I've said it on this channel before, but I will say it again. Men do not seek out women for help. They will either seek out another man or they will contact the authorities. There is almost no reason for a man to be approaching a woman in public that they do not know, especially if that woman is a mother with her child and they are alone. This happened in the parking lot of a grocery store. If he really needed something, he could go inside the grocery store and ask for assistance from an associate. Leave women alone.
As far as I know from what happened, the man was trying to return a wallet that she had dropped. I guess he should have kept it for himself.
Men don't approach you. Although you have beautiful hair, your makeup is spot on, your eyelashes are amazing, and your outfits are to die for. So that's not where the problem is. The point is, your attitude is what scares them off. If you're anywhere, let's say in a bar, and you're staring at your phone, and you're looking up, and you see that a guy is checking you out, and you just do this. That doesn't work anymore. We women always think we have to be these mysterious beings for distance and let them work for our love. Yeah, but give them something to work with. And what you can give them is a little smile, because you're not some flower who's waiting to be picked.
Gold digger is an insult that has been created by poor men to offend women who want money from a man.
Let's be honest now, that term wasn't created just by poor men. That term was used to apply to any woman who is only after a man for his money.
It is a woman's right to want money out of a relationship or out of a man.
Right, is it? Oh my goodness.
Just as much as men say it's their right to have sex with the woman they're with. Men ask women for sex, women can ask men for money, period.
There's a term asking for payment for, services rendered.
Value a man that can provide money for me. Why? Because I can make my own. So why would I be with a man who's broke that I need to mother and then step into my masculine energy to provide for a man?
It's really a sad state of affairs when so many people seem to just view relationships as transactional only.
I'm not going to settle for that and have the short end of the stick. Women at the core of their being are materialistic.
Are we now? Or is that just the voice of personal experience speaking?
That's because we slip into the mother role one day. That's because we're very selfless and we want materialistic things to nest, to provide a home for our offspring. That's why women value money.
Selfless, yet want materialistic things. The contradictions abound.
Money is just a resource. Safety, reassurance, stability, and routine.
Ironically, all of those things can be found in a relationship without the benefit of large amounts of money.
It's something that a man needs to provide within a relationship with any type of woman.
Just my opinion, but listening to advice such as this is a surefire way to get involved in a relationship that isn't based on what is fundamentally important in a relationship: trust, understanding, and caring.
These dating coaches are con artists. I'm actually surprised the women who are taking her advice aren't calling her out on her bullshit. This is an unmarried dating coach, by the way, giving women advice and guiding them to their misery. The kinds of service this dating coach is referring is a service entirely different than dating. She fails to understand the meaning of dating and is only in it for material gains. At the same time, she's dragging along her army of brain behind her.
I don't think guys value ambition as much as we do and we seek as women. And I think it's because they want to kind of be the provider. And I think as women, the reason why we want to be ambitious and have our own thing is because we want to always feel like if at any point you decide to go date somebody hotter than me, you decide to leave me, I'm still good on my own.
Men tend to be better people than us. Yeah, they really do. They tend to, they tend to do the right thing. There's a reason we have phrases like a man of his word. Right? Not a woman of her work. Because men will actually stick things out. Women, when shit gets hard, we just leave. And you're proving my point. What was your first answer? My happiness, right?
Of course.
Like,
everyone deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to be loved.
The family doesn't work when it's about you. It's supposed to be about your kids.
For no reason, though. I know you want to minimize it and pretend it's nothing, but it is
nothing. Like, do you hear? This is what I mean when women whine and complain. We live in a civilization that was built by men. You used to need a husband to protect you. Now the government pays you to be a single mother. The government pays you to basically be homeless as a chick. The government pays you to have multiple baby fathers. There's so many incentives. You can get paid to go on OnlyFans. You can get paid to do whatever you want. And on top of that, you don't need to live with a guy if you don't want to. We have all the choice we've ever had in human history. And what will women still do? Bitch.
I just
moan.
This is the absolute truth. We even have this saying, women understand women, and they hate each other. They hate each other so much, they refuse to hold the other accountable for their own actions. What we have to understand is that a woman will sacrifice her family for her happiness, and a man will sacrifice himself for his family's happiness. If you ever want to upset a woman, just tell her the truth.
Why no men are actually approaching women in society today when it comes to relationships or dating. And this is going to be a tough pill to swallow, but it's because of how the women interact with men when men try to respectfully approach you and get to know you. These are the types of responses I get from other men in their interactions with women. The number one thing I hear from them is fear of rejection. No surprise there. No one likes to get metaphorically slapped in the face when you're trying to meet a beautiful woman and you're just trying to have a general conversation to see if they want to connect with you. Men think that they're not worthy enough. That because their life seems normal, the women are just disinterested in them. And this is always a good one. We come off looking like a creep just because we want to have a normal conversation. I keep hearing rejection, rejection, rejection. More or less, we just become a bother. And then this one is my favorite of all. Men not feeling like they can live up to the standards of what this individual wants the man to have. I'm not 6 foot. I don't make 6 figures. I don't do this, this, and this. I don't have this IQ. I don't have this kind of job. I don't speak this way. I don't look this way. I don't have the jawline. It's unending. Because society has conditioned women to foster this idea, this environment that leads to all of the singleness and the sole reason why men do not want to be in a relationship today.
Because they only want money. Exactly. I've saved so much money. Bought a new Harley. I do make 100K a year, but the issue is I have boundaries and I'm not 6 foot tall. I'm not big on bars, clubs or big media. So I can't live up to the standards. So I just do not try anymore. I faced rejection many times, so I gave up. Divorce is the worst. You lose your money, the house, the children, and the dog. It's not about rejection. It's they say they don't need us. Too many gold diggers and girls want us to take care of 5 babies. I just stopped trying to be honest and mind my own business and go on about my day. Men in this generation trying to date They just can't win, no matter what they do. Many men have realized that and chose to make the smarter decision and get away from dating completely. These women have crazy and unrealistic demands, and they're toxic. Most of the time, they're just looking for someone to handle their bills. Even on the first date, they expect so much, even though you guys are strangers that just met. What's the point?
The number one thing that I learned from being intentionally single for a long period of time: no one can save you but yourself. A relationship isn't going to change the way that you feel about your life and yourself on the inside. Relationships can add value to our lives, but they cannot complete us. They cannot fix us. They cannot save us. Doing your inner work first will always give you the assurance that you're choosing to be in a relationship for the right reasons.
Men are in their soft guy era, ladies, so you better be ready to step it up. He needs a haircut, you better offer to pay, send him a Venmo so he can get a fresh cut. He's at the golf course, well, buy him and his boys a round of drinks, send him that Venmo. He needs a car wash, well, offer to detail his car or take his car through the car wash. He's hungry, make him or buy him food. Make sure you prepare him food that has extra protein. Guys love protein. Men love to be surprised with gifts just like women do. So does he want a new car part? Buy him a new car part. Pretty much just gift wrap him a gift that you think he will like. He's tired, let him take a nap on the couch. He doesn't want to do yard work or mow the lawn, offer to pay for a gardener. These are easy things that you could do to help your man be in his soft guy era. Men are now understanding their worth. It's time to step it up if you want your man to stay. Drizzle, drizzle.
See right here, this is a woman that understands the value of a man and acts accordingly. It's time to stop settling for less. You deserve for a woman to pay your car note and pump your gas. This woman is a queen that knows how to take care of her king. Raise the standard higher.
I feel like the way a girl hollers at a guy is you look at him and then walk. He knows what it means when you're looking at him. If he doesn't come up to you after you've made eye contact, it's done.
Are we just supposed to like read you guys' minds and like guess it?
See, this is a prime example. Men don't feel comfortable approaching you anymore because they get...
I keep telling y'all, you gotta give these men a little something to work with. He says he's not gonna approach unless you smile or you wave, which is totally fine.
I recognize men do not like to be friend zoned. Like, they do not like it because, you know, to them, they feel like so strong. Like, I really like you. I really want to be with you. And when you friends on them, they kind of feel a little played. Like, dang, I'm not good enough. And it don't be that the man don't be good enough. It be more of the sense of we would be better friends than partners. Like, you have to recognize compatibility. You know, it's a lot of people I might find attractive and like, but I recognize we're actually not compatible. So me trying to pursue a relationship with these certain people is bound to not work. So I'm not going to even waste my time because I know we're not compatible. But a lot of the times when I see men try to date women, they don't pay attention to compatibility. They're just looking at, oh, she fine, she this, she that, I want to be with her. Come on now. Like, we got to be smarter about these type of things.
A man that's in the friend zone is just a last option for that woman when she finds out the guy that she wants does not want her. It's honestly a waste of time. If you're not interested, just move on. You'll only end up wasting time on someone you don't feel the same about while reaping the benefits. It's honestly disgusting.
Black women want and expect men to pay all 100% of the bills. All. Without exception. Don't listen to what they say. This is what they want and this is what they want. This is what they want and this is what they expect. So when you hear that woman talk about 50-50, well, can't we do 70-30? That 70-30 only comes along once they feel good that you can actually pay 100%.
Also, from a woman's perspective, I have completely let go of the feeling of being like, am I doing enough? Am I texting him enough? Am I saying enough? Am I initiating enough? It's like, sister, no. You are the woman. He is the man. He is going to pursue you. Not in like a lazy way where it's like, great, I don't have to do anything. But it's like, I don't want to have to fight for a man to pursue me.
Shouldn't.
I want him to pursue
have
me.
to like force yourself in his way or put yourself out there or
and
do
I've
something.
Done that.
Same.
It's exhausting.
And it does not work.
And it doesn't work, by the way, because none of them did. So
I feel like it's the moment when you surrender.
It's
and
surrender.
You let go and you say, God,
not my timing, not my will. Like literally, I want your plan, your best for me. And you stop caring.
Yeah.
That's usually when God's like, okay, she's ready.
She's ready now.
The pursuing should be the same. The effort should be the same. If you want someone to do something for you, you must reciprocate the energy. You're not the only one who wants to feel special after all. Just like there's two sides of a coin, there's two sides of the relationship. If one side is lacking, it is bound to fall into chaos and fail.